Hmm.
Morning. How you doing today? Just trying to check, make sure my audio is good. Can you hear me okay? Okay, I'm hoping that it's all coming through okay. I have some audio issues from time to time. It's super frustrating. So we're gonna go on to green countryside, and we're gonna pick up where we left off. It is 1:34 in the afternoon, and I have to. I'm going to increase the size of my grass field. I've already finished off, like I've done all my mowing and picked up the grass and removed the bales. So now it's just a matter of getting over there and working that little bit of additional property up. What are you up to this morning? Oh no, I left my baler out. There, it looks like I'm gonna have to unhook that really quick. Move the baler up out of the way. I'm really excited today. I submitted an idea for a mod to another content creator, and the feedback I got on the idea, and they're going to look into developing it for me. It was they liked the idea a lot, actually. They told me it was a really good idea, so I'm happy about that. Anytime somebody will, take the time to look at something you came up with or whatever, and they take the moment, a moment to think about it, and then actually acknowledge, you know, the idea. That's pretty cool. So what I gotta do here is I'm gonna try and work this in. I'm doing well, thank you. Sunny side up, huh? I mean, that's I'm over medium myself. So, what map on FS22 are you about to jump on? It's not like a tractor or anything. It's just it's what I call just quality of life mods, you know. Um, it is basically something to shuffle through the contents of a silo. Uh, Basically, where you could maybe toggle a button that removes all options that have zero quantity in it, and just to make that little tiny quality of life improvement. Elm Creek, one of my favorite maps on 22. I wish they would put it on uh, 25 is Hinterland. Oh, I love that map. Oh, absolutely. You have to. I'm doing this one, and then another content creator out there. His name is Southern Straw. He made a map, and I found it on Mod Network. It's oh, what do you Last Island. It's just this tiny little plot of an island. All it is basically a store, and you have to grow the island. It's so expensive. I can't. It's hard to advance because all my money seems to be just being dumped into trying to increase the size of my island. But it's a lot of fun. This map here, it's solely only time I play this is if I'm going to be live streaming, and I live stream quite frequently. But that's the rule on this map that I made for myself. I can only play this one if I stream it. That way people are able to follow along either by watching it live as it happens or with a slight delay. Yeah, Hinterland is awesome. I mean, it's more of a sandbox styled map. It's got a couple of starter uh, fields on it and a starter farm, but for the most part, it's just a blank canvas. Um, 22 also had Western Wilds. That was a good one that hasn't come out on 25. I like that one a lot. Obviously, No Man's Land. As you can see, I really enjoy uh, sandbox style. I also like European maps because, but only if they don't have hedges. Hedges are, I hate hedges. There's a lot of cool maps on 22 that I wish they would have brought over to 25. And I get it, you know, some of the maps they've brought over were from like uh Farming Simulator 15 and 17, and that's cool, but I never played those. I've only played uh excuse me, I've only played 22 and 25. So a lot of these old school maps I'm just not familiar with, so I didn't have that attachment. Frankenmuth. So you like the Michigan map? I'm I'm from Michigan, so I've tried the Frankenmuth map. I've been to Frankenmuth, and I'm like, this is not what uh this is not the part of Frankenmuth I've ever seen. There's actually a lot of Michigan maps on 25, the mod hub. Yeah, I love European maps because the fields are small, and it just make because my brain, I get distracted really easily. So I love those maps with small fields because I can do a whole field and feel like I accomplished something and not get like distracted or bored and trying to do something else in the middle of it. So to me, on 22, I feel like No Man's Land on 22 isn't as cool as it was on 19 because I've gone back and I've watched Daggerwin's old videos from his survivals on 19, and I'm like, that whole barn setup with the wood chipper, that's just so much cooler than anything else. I mean, actually, it's one of the coolest mods I've ever seen, and I was like, why don't they do that? I almost went out and bought 19 about a month ago just for that one thing on that one map. I've really got to put some time into my so everybody that live streams, they've got like a thing that their audience comes into. I've only got, 110 subscribers, so I'm not exactly um, you know, must see TV or anything. But I've been working on what I'm hoping is like the future of my channel. I want to uh I want to do a Dungeons and Dragons type of rolling the dice uh gameplay. I'm thinking doing it live stream for like the first year, and then I'll maybe start recording video on it if it's popular. But um, it's going to be, you roll the dice that's what selects your map, and you roll your dice, and that's the crop type you have to grow. I'm kind of I mean, I know I could use a randomizer or whatever through like Chat GTP, but I went out and bought dice. I'm like, I'm all in. Went and got some 10-sided dice. Like I said, I am invested now. I've spent $6. Oh, that's time for a new roommate. I think it'll be a blast to do it. I really want to roll it out soon, but I was kind of hoping to get my um the base of my following a little bit larger first because I don't want to. I had that fear of missing out type of thing. I'm like, oh, what if I get like this really awesome playthrough and no one ever sees it? I'm afraid of that, you know? I'm not worried about being monetized or anything like that. That doesn't happen until you hit at least 1,000 subs. Um, and I think it's like 4,000 hours of view time. I'm like, I'm not worried about that. That'll take me 2 years. I'm actually close to the view time, but nowhere near on the subs. So I don't worry about being monetized. I do this for fun. Come on, Bessie. It's raining. That rain is slowing me down. I might have to stop this till it's done raining. I think I just dumped like 2,000 liters just in a 4 foot span. And really, it does sound like fun. And that's what I think. I think a lot of the creators out there, only half of them are really truly having fun. I'm like, if I'm not having fun, I'm not doing it. Oh, that's right. You're only like 20 minutes from me. I wasn't even here last week during all the storms. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I got home and there was a little bit of water in my basement telling me I need to get up on my roof and blow the pine needles out of my gutters. I don't even want to get my chickens out today because it's supposed to drop down to like 31 degrees overnight, and I don't like it when they go to, when they go back in the coop and their feathers are all wet. I'm always worried that they're not that they're gonna die overnight or something, but I always worry that they'll get sick. Oh, absolutely. No arguments on that one. My kids, they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "Dad, why do you even just play this one game?" I'm like, "'Cause I love this game." I mean, very few games have I mean, it's not that I've never found a game I love, but because it evolves every week, there's something new to do. Um, like all I have to do is wait till Monday or Tuesday afternoon, and I've got a whole new amount of things I can do on this game. I was just in Georgia last Saturday. Driving through. I missed the warm weather already. You're probably like, it's not that warm compared to here. It's 40 degrees right now and rainy. It's supposed to be 31 tonight. Yeah, Vids, when we got back, I mean, there's a lot of like trees and stuff like that down. Did we get so much rain that the ground was saturated, or was it a lot of wind that just knocked stuff over? Um, did you try just doing a quick reload of the game? There's some parts of New York that, that's it can be brutal. I will definitely agree with that, especially in the Buffalo area. If you're up by if you're up by Niagara. So are you more into the uh pre-made maps, or do you like doing the sandbox style where you log on to a map in the middle of nowhere and you have to create your farm? I'm trying to think of which one my 16-year-old plays. I feel like he plays Black Ops. All of his buddies, they're all up in when we moved down to the Lansing area, uh he still he still games with his buddies from Mount Pleasant. That's where we came from. They play all those types of things. I tried telling him, I'm like, dude, if you want, I'll game with you, but you're gonna have to play Farming Simulator. He's like, Dad, that's lame. Well, I mean, yeah, that'll happen. So my love of sandbox style is because I can place my fields where I don't have obstructions. I can't do that on a pre-made map. Because I'm a terrible driver. I really am. I don't know, Vids, I don't know how you do it, man. Playing with these younger guys, they all rage scream into their headsets. My 16-year-old and his buddies, that's all they do is they're just like yelling and screaming like they're really on the battlefield. And I'm like, guys, you know, the neighbors 4 miles down the road are trying to sleep. Uh, House down the road uh, from me, they've had such terrible luck with the trees in the front of their house. Um, we got back from when we got back from spring break. I was driving past their house and they had cut all but three of them down, and because the wind had knocked over three of them, and they went and just anything that was either dead or close to dead, they just took them down. And they did it like 9 feet from the ground. So we got these 9 foot tall tree stumps just lining the road like 10 houses down. And they just left it like that for like almost a week now. I've been half tempted to go down there and offer him some help. I just never met him before. I'm always kind of worried somebody would be like, get angry. It's all white pines, so it's not like it's incredibly hard to cut up. It's not overly heavy, just sticky. I struggle on the one thing on the European maps I struggle with are the hedges. I can, for some reason, I just always seem to think I can drive through them. You can't. It's like It's like they have bricks in behind those hedges. I laugh at my 16-year-old because he's like, Dad, you can't come downstairs when I'm with my friends because I say things down there that I can't say upstairs. And I'm like, dude, you guys are so loud. We can hear you upstairs. What's the difference? Fast forward time here. I want to get out of this rain. I don't know what it is, but when you're playing a video game and then you look outside and the weather's just as crappy outside as it is in the game, you're like, man, this is not fun. Ah, you're not old. You just you're vintage. Oh gosh, that's hilarious you say that. My old neighbors in when we lived up north in Mount Pleasant, they had a they had a totem pole. Don't say that. That's not old. I'm almost 48, so if I start thinking that 63 is old, then I'm in trouble. Yeah, I think once you get to like 42, 43, that's when the aches and pains really kind of start. You start to feel them, and they just get progressively more and more noticeable as you get older. I've got a I've got a shoulder that bothers me enough that I don't think about how bad my knee is. I mean, that's got to count for something, right? If those things turn into totem poles, Vids, I am blaming you because there's like 14 of them. They're all like anywhere from 6 to 10 feet high. Yeah, I I told my wife my next appointment that my yearly doctor's visit that I have to go into the office for. I'm gonna I'm gonna see if they can get me in to do an MRI. 47. To me, I used to think that was old, but now I feel like that's too young for me to, you know, not have full use of my arms. I have a rib that constantly gets put out of place, so I have to go to the chiropractor once every 2 weeks and just have them pop it in. I can live with that, but I can't live without my arms working the way they should, especially when you know they look like they should work fine, but they don't. That's the worst part, I think. Hey, Vids, have you been streaming on Black Ops, or do you just keep it within your group? I was looking at other games the other day, just because I like to try new things, and if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna definitely need to upgrade this computer this year because I can't play most of them. I really wanted to try Icarus, but it just crashes my computer. And that game's like 3 years old. I do hope you can find some relief though there, Star. My my nephew, he just had surgery the other day, and he's got a heart condition, and he had uh bypass surgery on Tuesday, and he had a couple of different options. One of them is he's gonna need a transplant, but with getting a transplant, you spend the rest of your life on um, anti-rejection meds, and they were he didn't want to spend the rest of his life at 20 years old on reject anti-rejection meds, so he opted for the bypass. And he's still going to need to get a transplant one day, but you really, if you're lucky, if you're one of the lucky ones, you only get one transplant. So he's hoping to get to a point where he's a bit older before he needs to before he has to take go that route. Oh, healthcare for profit at its finest, right? I mean, to me, it doesn't matter what side you're on, what side of the fence you're on. We should be our healthcare should be, something we're not having to fight so hard for. All right, I'll have to go check those out. I'm so far behind on all of my videos that I watch. It's ridiculous. I mean, it was the weirdest thing. Our VRBO did not have had one TV in the whole entire house, right? It was in the living room, none of the bedrooms, not in the game room, just in the living room. Like the game room did not have a TV. That was kind of the weirdest part. I can deal with not having one in the bedroom. Um, but yeah, I'm so far behind on all the videos I would normally watch. I don't know if I'll ever get caught up on all of them. I need to learn how to play some of these sports games again. I got a 14-year-old. I need to bring him down to earth a little bit. He thinks he's the cat's meow or something. How we doing on food for the animals, guys? This is the one thing I always struggle with in farming simulators. I always forget I have animals until I'm doing something with them. I got 26,000 liters of food. I won't make it till the next year, but I've got some. Do I have any? These guys? I should probably go give them a couple bales. Definitely need to give them a couple bales before I go to bed. They're getting bigger. I've been thinking about redoing the cow barn that I have. I don't really necessarily want to deal with cows though that produce milk. I find that the beef cows are much quicker avenue to take if I'm looking to make money. 6, 8 months, and I can earn, you know, 20, 30 grand. And I turn around, spend another 7,000, do it all over again. All they're doing is eating like 5 grand worth of hay. We're getting some good amounts of manure now. I'll be able to start spreading that probably in the next year or so. Save a little bit of money on square bales, round bale grass. Thank you. You as well, Star. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. Appreciate it. What is that one about, Vids? All right, let's get this guy parked. I want to go to sleep. All right. Oh, let me see what we got going on. All right, it's 8. It's 8 in the morning. It's telling me it's gonna snow soon. Holy cow. Got a lot of eggs. I'm always looking for different things to check out and play. Um, just yeah, like I said, I can't run a lot of it. This gaming computer is great for, playing Farming Simulator and things like that. But it's I think it's close to 5 years old now. It's still a nice computer, but I think it's definitely about time for an upgrade. All right, let's get that up. Excuse me. I'm spending an awful lot of time trying to determine what I should uh, plant next on this farm. I mean, I've got canola. I'm going to do sunflowers in the spring uh, in one of the larger fields, probably right here on this little patch that I'm doing. Ooh, getting warm. But yeah, I'm thinking, what do I want to do that's, uh, going to be interesting? I would love that. I don't think it fits my vibe though. Really trying to stay in this old iron vibe, you know. Actually, I'm trying to stay in the case vibe. I'm enjoying running with Case International for a change. I already know what my next two tractors are going to be. Um, I've got to have a larger tractor with a front end uh, of some variety on it. This just doesn't quite cut it. It's it's a great tractor and everything, but I do want something that, like I said, I want something that's going to have a uh, front attachment so I can mow on the front, bale on the rear. Now that we're getting closer to winter, my main objective will be getting these fields all um, kind of worked. I mean, we've done quite a bit in the last like 2 months on this map. This will be the last grass work that I do on these non-fields, this meadow grass. Really? Yeah, and I'm on laptop too, so I don't have the like what I like to call the juice of a desktop PC. I don't have any silage to sell. Um, you know what? I'm gonna go back over to this field. Yeah, I was told that uh oh gosh, what game was that I just mentioned a little while ago? Um, I bought the stinking thing, right? And Icarus. I'd bought Icarus. My laptop just crashes every time I tried it. So I'm like, well, that stinks. Oh, that's cool. So I don't know if you've watched anything by Retofel. Um, I was I reached out to him because he started to make his own mods that he's been using. Uh, when Star was here, we were talking about it. I don't know if you were here for it, but I gave him an idea yesterday. He actually really liked it for a new mod. So I'm hoping that something comes of it. Uh, he wants to try it because he doesn't think it'd be too difficult to do. So hopefully, I mean, I don't, I want him to get, you know, full credit for developing and everything. If I get a footnote, I'd be super happy. But I want to have a simplified toggle for when you get your harvested crops out of a silo. If you've stored them in a silo, and you've played before, so you kind of probably dealt with the frustration of sitting there cycling through all of the crop types in that the silo can hold just to find the one you're looking for. I want to have a toggle that gets rid of everything that has a zero quantity actually inside the silo. So you're only cycling through what is in there, not what could be in there. I reached out to him yesterday. He's already gotten back to me uh, about it. So I'm kind of excited. I mean, nothing might ever happen with it. I mean, I don't know, but it would just be kind of cool. And it was, it was awesome that, he was receptive to working on it. I'm like, I don't want to commission a mod or anything like that, but I was like, I have this idea and I wonder if you'd be interested in developing it and taking credit for developing it. I'm really trying to get all my grass baled up and wrapped before the snow comes in this month and next month in February, mostly because I want to be able to develop these as fields. That was weird. There was a tree there. What happened? I don't know. I'm as dumbfounded as the next guy. Well, I've completely changed the layout of this map. We've got uh, because I've added 3 new plots of land. So the grass field used to be over here, but now I've divided that into 2 sections. I bought this one and made a large field. I bought this one, put a large field. I'm going to change this into a large field and this into another field. And I still have this section here. So really working on trying to develop this as my um, long-term farm and start getting some of these fields in place that are going to actually produce enough stuff to make money to grow. Because I really want to start going in that direction towards those hills. I'm looking for my next farmhouse. Um, Higher purchasing. I don't have enough to finish paying this off yet. I'd like to pay off my baler here. Oh, let's see what we got here. Come on, turn. Why are you driving so? Oh, that's why. Almost got a full bale. I've got to get really much more comfortable using Chat GTP, actually. Um, it's one of those things that I just haven't really done a whole lot of things with it. Tonight I got I'm doing I'll be streaming tonight with, while I'm doing my, uh, co-op with Burn Nugget on, uh, what is it? What map is that? Something FS25. Alone in the World, FS25. We're doing that playthrough tonight, I think. Next week we'll be able to get back, I'm hoping, into our um, weekly competitive, which is always fun. And then hopefully sometime next week I get to start doing my playthrough. I want to build something for my dice though. I should look up on Amazon how much would it cost to get like a bunch of um popsicle sticks. Where is Amazon? Right, Amazon, show your face. Holy cow, popsicle sticks are expensive. That's an idea. That's an idea. How much do those ones cost? No, those are not what I want. Where to get 2,400? All right. Mind me, I'm just looking at some things. Oh, how much money can I make off of my grass? I was hoping I had some silage built up, but it doesn't look like I'm there yet. Eggs are only worth about 11,000. I mean, I'll take it. It's just not a lot. Figure I need about 70,000 liters of barley a year to feed my chickens. So they're gonna have a hungry couple of months, I think. Or I'm gonna have a very financially poor couple of months. One or the other is gonna happen. Man, it's a lot of grass. It's a lot of money. Hay do I have? I mean, I got a lot of hay too. What do I want to do with it all is a question. I don't know yet. Oh. I'm really, really debating, should I plant peas? I've thought about it. I've thought about doing peas and green beans. Just not sure if I want to go that route yet. I'm gonna drop some hay bales, I think. Matter of fact, let's go do that. Always looking for something to keep it fresh, you know? Figure out what field was done. Isn't that sad? You can't remember what you're working on where. Uh, you know, I can't wait to get like 20 bales out here. Add to my stockpile of growing, excuse me, hay bales. Trying to make it all pretty. It's pretty. It's so damn pretty. Just looking to get our cows, fed for a while. Having 350,000 liters of hay will feed them for a day or two. Get up the hill. Come on, you can do it. It's a little international that could. Chug it, chug it, chug it. All right, let's see what we can do here. And let's just drop that on. And I know I'll have a ton of bales to pick up, but that'll be all right. Let's get this guy back in. I realized I had trees on the other side there that I'm going to have to get cleaned up. It happens, right? All right, let's get this finished up. Yep, this is the last big income that I'll get from putting this stuff in. All right, so we're going to look at factories. Interesting. Stonemason. That might be fun. I might look into that. All right. Just gonna haul this guy, haul tail back up here. And we're going to reload just really quick through the wall. All right. I'll take that stuff down to the other shed here eventually. Probably have to get that tree out of my way. Trying to think of what all else I'll have to do here. I don't need to force anything as far as um, getting fields arranged. I should be okay. I'm going to simply go ahead and grab this. One thing I am going to do is I'm going to put this right here. I want to stop really quick. Get these eggs taken off so that this one can fill up. I don't like that I didn't fill it all the way. Kind of drives me nuts. This one I'll take. Throw it on the trailer. Alright. I'm just going to drive over here, pick up all of these bales that I put on the ground for hay. So these are going to go there's that. I'm going to park him right there. Actually, I wonder how many more bales can go on that? Take a quick look. How many more can I fit here? 64. Let's go get them. The more bales I can pick up, the more fields I can prep. All right, we are going to get these picked up. Just don't want to have a million silage bales laying around. Now I can do 2 fields. It's going to be an insane uh, amount of bales that when they are ready to go, it's going to be insane how many there truly are. But I have my ways of reducing how many trips I have to make to sell them off. I might even buy another one of these trailers for just this reason. I don't know yet. Haven't completely decided on that one. But I should not need to worry too much right now. Yeah, now I can work on every single field and not really have a whole lot of things to worry about. Even if I do one per month, I should have them, I should be able to get them all. Um, all right, I think I have everything on there with what, 2 bales to spare, 5 bales to spare, 9. I have room for 9 more bales. It's pretty interesting. Let's just fast forward some time here. What's in the what's in here? Okay, that one's full. That one's full. And this one's almost full. Anything new? No? How the cows doing? I mean, yeah, I could sell uh sunflowers in March and make 20 grand. It's just not worth it. I'd rather get the canola, put in a some sort of a processing plant for that stuff. Cows, though, how old are they and how much are they worth? That's a good question. Okay, so food, they've got some, but it says they don't have a full amount. They're only worth 21 grand. Like I said, this summer when I can maybe get some more hay or straw and then have the opportunity, I'm going to quite possibly change things up. Okay. I guess what I could work on, well, we're waiting for this. I could get out my plow, start marking my 3 fields that I've still got to do. And that would be a fairly simple task. All right. Let's go ahead and mark this one out here. Now, that field might be a bit of a pain to get to. So I'm gonna have to think about that one. What I think I might wind up doing is leaving an access point at the end of this field. Maybe shortening up how long this field becomes. Something like there. Then I can access that one. Through the grass. this would be the easiest field to work because I'm not going to go all the way to the end. It's also the biggest pain because I'm not going all the way to the end, but I need to have an access point to this field. I don't want to drive on properties I don't own to access fields. Just seems like a dick move. But I do want to start getting limestone, so I need to figure that out. Or putting it, I want to put in my limestone quarry, I should say. But I'd like to get that in place this month as well. We've got, gosh, I want to say way more going on than I can really afford to do. I don't want to do just, the same old thing that everyone else is doing. That kind of, I find a little bit more boring. I'm trying my best to keep things original. That's why I've got massive um, fields of winter barley for my chickens and um, canola so I can make oil, sunflowers so I can make oil. I'm not selling that stuff straight away. I'm going to process it. But I'm just trying to get my outer outlines done for my fields. Yeah, I'm going to have narrow strips of land between my fields, and that might be a bit annoying to people. I get it. I'm sorry. I just don't see the point of um, wasting a bunch of arable land to have drive areas. Because I mean, I can drive on my grass field. I can drive. I'm going to leave that wide enough to drive everything I need through it to access that canola field. Or no, that's not my canola field. That's my barley field. Um, I should have left a wider area at the top here. That's, you know, that's on me. I regret that. I might go back and fix it, or I might take out some of these trees to address that problem. Well, good morning, Arch. How you doing? Mistakes I'm finding I have made today. not leaving ample space is um, at the top of the list. Will you send her here when she's done at your place? I mean, it'd probably take her a good week here, though. And then she'd have to start all over again. You really need to stop getting right up on top of road edges. Oh no. I need somebody that'll keep me on my toes. So the feistier, the better. Talking about a cleaning lady. It, my wife was like, that was a weird comment. Don't worry, dear. You are more than enough in that department. Dang it. I'm way too close to my road. Why do I do this every time? I mean, the road is plenty wide enough. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I'm going to drive on my crops. I already know it. Yeah, this will be a nice big field. A proper field, I think, is what you would call it. but it won't be the largest field I've got. I've got two on here that are quite large. Um, I'll get on the map overview here in just a second. It's going to autosave. That's the only reason I didn't want to get on the map overview. So, um, I've gotten rid of all these small fields that are arched. So this field and this field, this is my winter barley, this is my canola. Those are actually going to be my two largest fields. Um, oops. I guess I went over on that one. If I zoom out, it looks better like I didn't. So that's on me. But this grass field's turned out to be quite large as well. Excuse me. Have to stretch sometimes. Uh, and then I'm going to turn this into another field. So that'll be relatively large. I just don't know how I'm going to plant them or what I'm going to plant them with. This one probably be soybeans. And the one I'm going to do across the road, that one's definitely going to be sunflowers. I'm not 100% sure what will be up over there by the current homestead and yard. Those two fields I have not made determinations on yet. Probably do one of them as corn, maybe the other one as um, maybe soybeans so I can have another cash crop. Right? That's why I love this map. It gave me that vibe of no man's land. All the spruce and everything like that. It's just nice, nice setup. I'm just trying to get my headlands figured out. I'll do three swipes, or I'll go around three times before I worry about my up downs. Um, the field on the other side of this little narrow strip, sadly, is not going to be very big. It'll be big enough though. It's still, it's still probably a good 3 or 4 acre field. So it'll give me a fair amount of crop to harvest. The only difference I think between this map and No Man's Land is I think this one has more rolling hills, whereas No Man's Land always just felt like everything was going slightly uphill one direction and slightly up downhill the other. You had very few like rolling hills. You had like mounds where there were like rock formations, but this one doesn't really have that. Thinking maybe I'll do some green beans and some peas in this map. Seems like that could be fun. Just something different. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday we hit 72. I know that. I don't know what that converts into Celsius. Probably around what, 20, 20 degrees. Um, maybe a little bit warmer than that. But yeah, yesterday we had it was 71 at its peak, sunny, beautiful. Today we're hovering right around 40, 42 and rainy. Heaven forbid we don't get the rain. So when I dropped my two older kids off to school today, I was like, I'm gonna stop and get my wife a Diet Coke, and while I'm at it, I'll get myself a coffee. Coffee was pretty good. It was one of those. It was a fancy machine actually at a gas station that ground the beans right there at a on top, and depending on what you were looking for, I wanted something medium dark, and yeah, it was a pretty solid cup of coffee. I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised. A little too far out, but I am finding I need another cup of coffee. Oh, absolutely. Enjoy your coffee and your morning. Thanks for coming in and chatting with me. We'll catch up a little later. Oh, let me see. Nothing new. This whole day, we've got nothing new for sale. Kind of lame. Oh, lift that up, lower it down, and away we go. Nice size fields. That's what we're looking for, guys. Nice size fields. Let me see here. I want to look at a few things. Um, see what we got here. Anything that will auto load? Yes. Yes, that's what I'm going to be looking for right here, I think. We'll transport other vehicles, but I'm looking for steel drop deck. Can I? That's cool and all. I think I'll want to go with something a little more vintage. Um, Not that. This might be. This Volvo? I mean, what year is that from? 1977? 1979? 2002? I think I might go with the Volvo. That's 77. You know? Go with the main color of International Red with rim color. That's fine. Grill color, chassis color. Maybe not quite that color. Good gray. I feel like I've got these two colors flip-flopped. Engine setup, 485, 500. Yeah, I'd probably want something like that. Sun shield, yeah. Design, oh, sure. Mud flaps, yes, of course we do mud flaps. XL, I don't know about that. I think we do that one. Additional lights. No. Front. Beacon light, no. I probably wouldn't do the additional tank. Chassis color, I might actually change to that. I don't know if I like that as much as I want, like, this. Maybe do this as like a black. Hmm. What about charcoal color? Kind of like that. I mean, it's 86 grand though. Holy cow, I made it expensive. I don't need that. And maybe I just stick with that at 68. All right, gives me something to shoot for, guys. Gives me something to shoot for. I just want to send a quick message. Finish my third swipe here, and then I can get back up to the farm, get some sleep, maybe try and get two of these fields completed in January, one completed in February, or do one a month. I don't care. All right. That. And then we'll drop this back down. Okay. What we'll wind up doing is I want to see how much is the carriage house worth. I look at the carriage house that's worth 52,000. Ultimately, 52 grand. I mean, that's not terrible price or anything. But kind of thinking putting if I have it on here, yeah. That's the front of the house. I'm thinking doing this. Changing up my living conditions. Get rid of the carriage house now. And probably go with more of a conventional styled shed of some sort. Definitely something more conventional. Just don't know what yet. I don't know why I didn't take the two pallets with me. All right, hook onto that one. And we're gonna swing on down to the bottom here with this stuff to the new homestead. Really like to get that tree out of there. And you know what? I might just do that quick. I might just... Where is she? There she is. I know I could sell this, but I don't want to. Sell that one too. Probably not gonna. Any others in the way? You know what? That one's gonna go too. I like to be able to see around the bend. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. There we go on that. Now I can just go ahead, turn around, back this bad boy in. All right. And there's that. Not really sure what I'm going to do with this tractor or anything. But I can get rid of, if I can find it, all right, so that is settled. Go ahead and get up here, and I will get my remaining eggs loaded on. I'll go and sell them. That way, overnight, I don't have a zero balance. I'm smarter than I look. Which isn't really saying much. My looks didn't set the bar too high. All right. Now, let's get this bad boy up here. I'm also thinking about moving that shed. Maybe even the water or the windmill. I don't know. I mean, these are things I'm thinking about, guys. Why are you pressuring me? How am I doing on my silage? But silage should be ready by March. Oh, I've got a good amount, actually, all ready to go now. Wonder where that's located. I'll deal with it in the morning. Gives me something for January. All right. Earning some coin. That's what it's all about, guys. Part of me is kind of thinking about um, when do I get to buy another section of stuff? I can park this kind of in here. And back that in further because I don't like how far it's sticking out. This might be the next area that I work on is just trying to clean this whole mess up. Like a taller barn here, which I might actually get rid of this one now. Why let it depreciate even further when it's not really serving a great purpose? Where am I going to put it? That's my current dilemma. Where am I going to put this thing? Next month, I do have some work that this needs to do, and that's I need to do some fertilizing work. That is going to go bye-bye. I'm kind of thinking so's this, and I might get rid of that tree. Never used that, so I don't know why I have it. Yes, what I could do is put a windmill back up over here. Like so. What do you think? Just don't really need it, you know? Not worried about that. I want to. All right. And just because I transplanted it, I'm gonna reimburse myself a small amount. About 3,300. Then I'm going to level this ground here. If I'm looking at it. That was kind of bothersome. All right. I'm going to get rid of this tree. What kind of tree is this? So when I do it again, it's a beech tree. All right. So for now, we're going to go to sleep. I've got $33,000 to play with. I like to have $33,000 to play with. It's fun. Good time. Just like that, we are back in my shed. Run over to the house, get some shut-eye. It's only 5:30. Crying out loud. I wish there was a light switch for inside the house. I've never found it in this house. Not a single switch. There's lights. No light switch. Anybody knows where that's at, please let me know in the comments. Or in the chat. That would be helpful. Super helpful. Maybe it's in here. Considering I never change clothes. I thought maybe on the banister somewhere. Maybe it's just a simple... Yeah, I want to sleep, but I also want to know where the dang lights are. I love the A-frame cabin, though. All right, let's just get to... Let's get some sleep. All right. Well, wakey wakey, eggs and bakey. Not a whole lot that I'm going to worry about doing other than getting on top of the hill, clearing out my eggs. And my silage. I'd like to sell my silage. Hmm. Put all this stuff away. Not thinking about the consequences of such actions. All right. I do not believe, if I look, silage, I have 351,000 liters. It's a lot, but I do not believe any of it is up here. But we'll check. Astra, hey. Nope, none of it's up here. Let's go ahead and go down the hill then. But before I do that, almost got this area filled up. I need to just kind of clean them up. Give some space for the chickens to put more eggs for a handful of hours. Any more? Yeah, I'm down to like my last 2 months of food, which is kind of unfortunate. How am I doing on these guys for food? They've probably got enough food for the month. Okay. All right. Let's head down the hill. Sell some silage. What I'm gonna do is just pull up far enough. Then silage. Come on. Give me more. All right. Now, what we do is a little trick I discovered is if you I've never done this little trick before. I love this trick. But what it is, it's simply a matter of releasing the bales to unload and then quickly strapping them down and then resetting the um, trailer to auto pickup. It's a little trick. I don't know how I learned it. I didn't learn it from anybody. I just kind of discovered it one day, totally by accident, trying to figure out how did I do that. And I've been doing it ever since. All right. So, and there's the first chunk. It's a good chunk of money. Turn around again. We're gonna head back down. Do it all over again. How many do we have left? Silage. Got a lot. Basically double what we just sold. You know what? I'm gonna go up here and pull all these down that are silage. Then I can offload them down there, and then all my silage is down in one spot. We're just trying to hopefully get to a point where Brown bale, silage. We'll sell this off. Hmm. What's the matter, Heather? Hello, how's it going? I am just trying to maneuver stuff around. I think I was an idiot and got too close to this, so yes, I was. I put 11,000 liters of grass in there, like a big dum-dum. Trying to whip back around here. Got room for one, two, three, four, five, six, seven more. Let me see if I can't slide that over. Seven. Why? They're not loading up onto the trailer. Oh, whatever. I don't understand why that has to be an issue, but it apparently does. Hmm. Round bale grass, round bale silent grass, round bale grass. Okay, so it's all grass that's up there. And that's all the silage I got is 42,000. How much grass have I got left? Quite a bit. I mean, I can fast forward time, see if I get rid of any of this snow. All right, let's get moving. We're gonna slow down time a bit. What do we got for sale? Nothing I can do with. I've managed to bug. Managed to give a bug to my thing here, so I have to reload. Mm, mm. More? What do I gotta? What's that? The collector's edition. Fancy. I mean, I'm not gonna. That's just the corn header and the grain header. How much is it? Oh, huh. These are awful expensive. I mean, I'm not really interested. That's neat. Is that auto load? Oh, she leaves early in the morning. You don't have to like advertise that I was incorrect. Oh, I have a kid that wants me to come get him. Hey, dear, your son wants you to come get him. Your son wants you to come and get him. Huh? Ethan, he doesn't feel good. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to end this live stream. I might be back in a bit. I have to figure out a kid.